It's opening night for AEW's Rampage. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is just pro wrestling news for Friday, August 13th, 2021. This update is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us.
AEW.
3 title matches are set for tonight's premiere of AEW's new weekly series, Rampage. Kenny Omega will defend the Impact World Championship against Christian Cage, the same man who will challenge Omega for the AEW Championship at All Out next month. Also tonight, Dr. Britt Baker defends the AEW Women's Championship against Red Velvet, and Miro puts the TNT Championship on the line against Fuego Del Sol. If Fuego wins, he doesn't just get the gold, he gets an AEW contract. Rampage airs tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern on TNT.
Impact Wrestling.
Whoever holds the Impact World Championship after tonight will defend it against Brian Myers at the Impact Plus exclusive show Emergence on Friday, August 20th. Myers earned the shot by winning a 20-man battle royal on last night's Impact. He dumped both Moose and Chris Sabin as they were battling one another to secure the victory. It was made very clear during the broadcast that Myers could challenge either Omega or Christian. In fact, Christian Cage himself appeared during the show in an interview with AEW's Alex Marvez. Another new match added to Emergence, Steve Maclin versus Petey Williams. Getting back to last night, there was a pretty big upset. John Skyler pinned Matt Cardona, thanks in part to an outside distraction by Rohit Raju. Tenille Dashwood pinned Taylor Wilde after interference by Madison Rayne. The same Madison Rayne who announced her retirement back in January. Rayne and Dashwood embraced after the match. X Division champ Josh Alexander beat Daivari in a non-title match. Finjuice got a DQ win over Jay White and Chris Bay after White blatantly attacked David Finlay and Juice Robinson with a steel chair. White is set to defend his never openweight title against Finlay at Saturday night's New Japan Resurgence show in Los Angeles.
WWE.
Keith Lee discussed the health issues that caused him to miss months of action. In a video posted Thursday, Lee went through his year from contracting COVID-19 in January to doctors later finding inflammation in his heart. Lee said he had to cease almost all physical activity while doctors decided what to do next.
Very fortunately, even though it took a long time, we waited that amount of time for that allowed the inflammation in my heart to eventually go down.
That clip from the video Lee posted on Thursday. Lee said he's healthy now. He returned to Raw last month. As of Thursday night, there were no matches announced for tonight's SmackDown, but we're being promised an appearance by John Cena for a face-to-face confrontation with Roman Reigns. 205 Live enters a new era tonight, a week after its roster lost a number of regulars to the latest round of roster cuts. A preview on WWE.com says the brand, quote, will now occasionally play host to matches where one or multiple superstars eclipse the 205-pound weight limit, end quote. That's the reasoning for tonight's match between Joe Gacy and Josh Briggs. There's also a match between 2 true cruiserweights, Ikman Jiro versus Grayson Waller. On Thursday's NXT UK, Noam Dar beat Mark Andrews 2 falls to 1 in the first round of the Heritage Cup number 1 contender tournament. Also, Wolfgang beat Flash Morgan Webster, and Amel beat Nina Samuels. There will be 2 title matches on next week's show. Meiko Satomura defends her UK Women's Championship against Stevie Turner, and Pretty Deadly put their tag titles on the line against Mustache Mountain. NXT's Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano announced on Thursday that they are expecting their first child. The Great Muta has been pulled from Sunday's Pro Wrestling Noah show due to Muta possibly coming into contact with someone who has COVID-19. Noah calls the move precautionary. Nosawa Rongai will take Muta's place on the show, tagging with GHC heavyweight champ Nomichi Marufuji against Hayata and Ogawa Yoshinari.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Tonight's New Japan Strong has a tag team main event. The Strong Openweight champion Filthy Tom Lawler and Danny Limelight versus Leo Rush and Carl Fredericks. Also on tonight's show, Hikuleo versus Fred Yehai and Wheeler Yuta versus Barrett Brown. More names announced for the NWA's Empower pay-per-view on August 28th. Masha Slamovich will be in the Invitational Cup Battle Royal, and the second team in the NWA Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament is Renee Michelle and Sahara 7. Finally, some sad news. Former WWF Tag Team Champion Dominic DeNucci has passed away at the age of 89. That's just pro wrestling news for Friday, August 13th. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning, so please rate, review, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next update. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.